Hi, this is Rick Tharp at RS Kinetics with a demonstration of the Kinetics program. This is just a basic overview of the program, how to log in, general layout of the program, and some of the major functions of the Kinetics program. This is the first screen you see when you start up Kinetics. It's the login/disclaimer screen. And for security and HIPAA reasons, you need to log in. And the program uses a simple 3 initials. And the program ships with an open login policy, which means that new users can add themselves. Under the program setup, you can change that, you can close that login so that only individuals with the administrative password can add new users. We'll demonstrate open login here. Enter initials, click accept disclaimer. If it doesn't find those in the user list, you click yes to add. Enter your name and title, then click save. Now when you click accept disclaimer, we'll bring you to the main program screen, and along the bottom you can see who's logged in and the date. The program is uses a tab. So the main functions of Kinetics are separated out into the patient data tab, prospective dosing tab. This is where you would perform dosing calculations based on a population model, serum level analysis tab, and the pharmaceutical care plan. So let's talk a little bit about the patient data tab. On here is the patient data toolbar, and you browse through the patient database using a VCR type analogy. In other words, you have a next and a previous button to browse through. You have a first and last function to skip through the database. And in this view, patients are listed in the order in which they were entered. So when you want to view the most recent patient, you would click the last icon, clear to the right. Another way to view patients is by clicking the list icon. Will give you a list of patients in alphabetical order. And to select one here, you would just highlight it and then double click, and that patient will be retrieved. You can also use the seek function. Search by name, medical record location. Other important functions here are add, where you would add a new patient, or edit, where you edit the currently selected patient. And whenever you click on add or edit, you'll notice that most of the other program functions are grayed out or disabled. Once you've finished your add or edit, you click save or cancel. And you'll notice that all the other program functions are again become active. The next thing I want to show you up here is the menu. And you would just click on the name, and for example here on file, and then a list of functions would drop down. Backup database is just exactly what it states, and of course backing up is an important function you should perform periodically in case of a catastrophic loss of data. Repair database is also an important function, something you should do at least monthly to keep your database in good, smooth working order. Edit database. Under this function you can add, edit, or delete meds under the drip chart function. You can add, edit, or delete PK models, or you can add, edit, or delete users. People who have access to the program. Next function under File is Setup, and this is where you can change certain defaults in the program. This is where you would discharge a patient. The import patient function is not currently active. Logout is where you can do a quick, just what it says, a log out of the program without exiting. And you'll also notice here in this column shows you some keyboard shortcuts. So the keyboard shortcut to logging out is to hold the control key down and press the O key. Setup, hold the control key down and press S. Under print, you can print a consult form, print a monitoring form, or print a lab data collection form. Just want to mention here real quickly, under consult form, it's important to print your consults. This is the trigger telling Kinetics to save that recommended dose and those parameters, because that's a gold mine of information for you and your patients. Can't emphasize that enough. Under View, you can view the list of patients, which is exactly the same function I showed earlier on the data bar icon, list patient icon. You can view previous consults for this patient, or view a serum level graph of your recommended dose. Functions under the Tool menu are Calculate Hold Time, Prepare Database Reports, Create and print a DIRP chart, Perform population analysis. Again, this is a gold mine of information for your patients. You can tweak the models to better fit your patients using this function. Help is also help is everywhere in this program. You can click here on Help, view the table of contents for the help file, do a search of the help file. And I'd also like to mention that at any point in the program, you can press the F1 key, and a topic relevant to that point in the program that you're working on will pop up. There's context-sensitive help available at any time, just simply by pressing the F1 key. Under this help menu, you can also check the website for updates. You can also view the website FAQs, which are solutions to problems and some troubleshooting tips, things that aren't necessarily in the help file, or things that are discussed in more detail than in the help file. And About will show a dialog showing you the current version of Kinetics that you're using. Underneath the menu bar is a toolbar, and the toolbar is just a collection of icons that are shortcuts to things that are found in the menu bar. Help will bring up the contents of the help file. The Create Report icon will bring up the database report function. Drip chart icon. The View Graph icon, which will view a serum level graph of the recommended dose. The View Consults, which will view the previous consults for the patient. And then the Print function, which will bring up the very same thing that you find in the print menu above. So that's a basic overview of Kinetics, how to log in, an overview of the layout of the program, and an overview of the major functions of the program.